Give us your thoughts on how it was going.
I was boxing the bleeding head off him, kicking the bleeding leg off him. Usual side dive to close the distance. This is not over. If we had to take this outside with him, it's all outside. We don't give a
MMA didn't just build champions, it rebuilt people. Some entered the cage as skinny kids, broke fighters, or complete unknowns. Years later, they emerged unrecognizable, stronger, sharper, and transformed by struggle. These aren't just glow-ups. They're reinventions. Today, we're looking at 40 MMA fighters who completely changed over the years. 1. Conor McGregor, from plumber's apprentice to global icon. McGregor entered MMA as a skinny featherweight with regional dreams. Over time, he evolved into a shredded, heavyweight-sized superstar with billionaire swagger, physique changes across divisions, and a career arc that completely transformed the sport's economics. 2. Francis Ngannou, homeless to heavyweight monster. Ngannou went from struggling on the streets of Paris to becoming the most feared puncher alive. His physical evolution is insane, adding size, power, and technique while keeping freak athleticism. 3. John Jones, scrawny prospect to heavyweight beast. Young Jones was a thin, lanky wrestler. Years later, he transformed into a tactical titan with a bulked-up heavyweight frame and one of the greatest skill sets in MMA history. 4. Israel Adesanya, kickboxing kid to style-bender legend. He went from a slick-point striker to a powerful, complete MMA artist. His physique, confidence, and fight IQ matured massively over time. 5. Kamaru Usman, quiet wrestler to dominant champion. Early Usman was simple, pressure, and wrestling. Later, he transformed into a knockout striker with championship conditioning and a championship aura. 6. Jorge Masvidal, backyard brawler to global superstar. Masvidal's look, skills, and fame changed dramatically. From Kimbo backyard circuits to game-bred, flying knee legend. 7. Charles Oliveira, quitter narrative to elite finisher. Early in his career, people doubted his toughness. He transformed into one of the greatest submission artists ever with a champion's mindset. 8. Max Holloway, skinny teen to blessed era. Holloway's transformation is stark. His frame filled out, his hands became lethal, and his durability turned legendary. 9. Amanda Nunes, one-dimensional to GOAT-level complete fighter. Nunes went from early inconsistency to a fully evolved champion with insane power, cardio, and fight IQ. 10. Aljamain Sterling, awkward grappler to polished champion. Sterling's striking evolved, his strength improved, and his style turned from raw to elite. 11. Dustin Poirier, hot-headed prospect to mature technician. Poirier's emotional evolution mirrors his physical one, growing from a wild brawler into one of the finest boxers in MMA. 12. Justin Gaethje, chaos machine to controlled destroyer. From reckless wars to strategic violence, Gaethje transformed while still keeping his signature brutality. 13. Alexander Volkanovski, rugby heavyweight to featherweight king. He once weighed over 210 pounds. Now he's one of the most technical 145ers ever. His transformation is pure discipline. 14. Michael Bisping, average athlete to world champion. Bisping evolved despite injuries, setbacks, and one eye. His transformation is mental, physical, and legendary. 15. Henry Cejudo, too small to double champ. Cejudo went from being dismissed to becoming a scientist of MMA, reinventing his style, body, and brand. 16. Brock Lesnar, WWE giant to UFC champion. From scripted entertainment to real heavyweight dominance, Lesnar's athletic and competitive evolution shocked critics. 17. Ronda Rousey, former judoka to WMMA megastar. Her rise transformed women's MMA, going from Olympic bronze to the first true mainstream female combat icon. 18. Robert Whittaker, fragile welterweight to elite middleweight. His body and skill set exploded once he moved to 185. He became stronger, faster, and more durable. 19. Stipe Miocic, firefighter boxer to heavyweight GOAT. Miocic's physique sharpened, his wrestling grew, and his fight IQ improved dramatically over time. 20. Glover Teixeira, aging contender to inspirational champion. A late career transformation, he developed incredible patience, defense, and finishing ability. 21. Nate Diaz, skinny kid to cult legend. From awkward early fights to cardio machine and fan-favorite icon, Diaz's evolution is cultural as much as physical. 22. Tony Ferguson, unpredictable rookie to El Chuchui mythology. Tony transformed his style, physique, and persona until he became one of the most feared fighters alive. 23. Yoel Romero, Olympic wrestler to human superhero. His transformation feels unreal, combining age-defying physique, explosive power, and bizarre fighting moments. 24. Daniel Cormier, heavyweight underdog to double champ. From overlooked wrestler to two-division king, his body and technique evolved immensely. 25. BJ Penn, prodigy to legend to survivor. His life and career show drastic transformations, from unstoppable champion to a fighter with dramatic ups and downs. 26. Anderson Silva, talented kickboxer to Spider Goat. Silva transformed into a once-in-a-generation striker with unmatched creativity and timing. 27. Georges St-Pierre, skinny karate kid to perfect athlete. GSP rebuilt himself multiple times, transforming physically and technically into the most complete fighter ever. 28. Lyoto Machida, traditional karate to modern MMA threat. His style matured from pure karate to a more blended, unpredictable attack system. 29. Rampage Jackson, street brawler to global superstar. His look, discipline, and fighting style transformed from raw aggression to refined knockout power. 30. Shogun Rua, wild pride champion to veteran technician. Shogun evolved as injuries changed his approach, turning him from berserker to calculated fighter. 31. Cain Velasquez, rookie wrestler to cardio monster. His transformation brought unstoppable pressure, power, and championship dominance. 32. Mirko Crow Cop, anti-terror cop to left high kick legend. From special forces to MMA icon, Crow Cop's physical and tactical evolution made him one of the scariest fighters ever. 33. Fedor Emelianenko, unknown Sambo athlete to heavyweight myth. Fedor became a symbol of stoic dominance, transforming from a regional fighter to a cold-blooded legend. 34. Vitor Belfort, teenage phenom to reinvented veteran. His physique and fighting style changed dramatically across eras, from speed-based explosions to tactical knockout power. 35. Holly Holm, boxer to head kick champion slayer. Her transformation from boxing to MMA champion shows elite adaptation and evolution. 36. Chris Cyborg, untouchable force to well-rounded warrior. Cyborg evolved from pure aggression to a more patient, technical finisher. 37. Benson Henderson, underrated athlete to long-range champion. His transformation into a dominant lightweight came through improved strength, footwork, and mental game. 38. Rashad Evans, wrestler to knockout technician. Evans evolved from grind-heavy wrestler to elite counter-striker with explosive hands. 39. Fabricio Verdum, basic grappler to elite striker. Verdum's transformation shocked the world, going from a jiu-jitsu specialist to a well-rounded heavyweight who defeated legends. 40. Leon Edwards, silent contender to head kick hero. Leon went from being ignored to shocking the world with one of the greatest comebacks of all time. His physical shape, confidence, and skill set all transformed drastically. And that is the power of transformation. When you look back at these fighters, every scar, every broken bone, every reinvention, you start to realize something deeper. MMA isn't really a sport of violence. It's a sport of evolution. No one steps into the cage the same person twice. Every fight rewrites them. Everyone sharpens them. Every loss strips something away and forces them to rebuild. Some of the fighters on this list went from complete obscurity to global icons. Others tasted defeat so many times that the world counted them out, only for them to come back stronger. A few battled injuries that should have ended their careers. Others fought poverty, doubt, or entire eras of criticism. And yet, they transformed anyway. What makes MMA so unique is that it exposes everything: your body, your mind, your discipline, your weaknesses, your demons. You can't hide from who you are in the cage. And because of that, fighters are forced to evolve in ways most people never will. They're pushed into versions of themselves they never imagined becoming. That's why these transformations hit so hard. Because when you see a fighter go from skinny rookie to champion, from overwhelmed newcomer to technical mastermind, from underdog to legend, you're not just watching a physical change. You're watching a life change. A lot of people only remember the highlights, knockouts, belts, walkouts, rivalries. But the real story of MMA happens in the shadows. The lonely gyms at midnight, the weight cuts that break fighters mentally, the losses that make them question everything, and the tiny improvements that stack up into greatness. Every fighter you saw today paid for their transformation with time, pain, and sacrifice. They built their new selves punch by punch, rep by rep, moment by moment. And if there's anything to take away from this video, it's this. People don't become legends because they're naturally special. They become legends because they refuse to stay the same. So whether you've followed these fighters for years or you're seeing some of them with fresh eyes, remember that behind every then and now photo is a story you'll never fully understand unless you lived it. These are people who grew in public, failed in public, rose in public, and kept transforming long after the fans moved on. That's the beauty of MMA. The journey never ends. Even the retired fighters are still evolving into coaches, mentors, analysts, or simply into better versions of themselves. The cage stops, but the transformation doesn't. If you made it this far, thank you for watching and supporting the channel. It means more than you know. And if you want more journeys like this, more legends, more glow-ups, more unbelievable transformations, make sure you're here for the next one. Because this was only the beginning. There are dozens more fighters whose evolutions will blow your mind. And if you want a part 2, you already know what to do. Subscribe, drop a comment on who we should feature next, and stay ready. Because the world of MMA never stops changing, and neither do the warriors who define it.